Welcome back to math. We are on chapter 22. The book is going pretty quickly. Lesson 2, it's called Draw Views of Solid Figures. Draw views of solid figures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try something easy, a fairly easy figure. And if you're at home and if you have some like blocks or something, some wooden blocks, I would take those out and I would use those and play with those. If not, you can always buy those little plastic ones. Some of you maybe like Legos. Legos would be great for this because you could see the shapes. So if you have some Lego sets, break them out and give them a go, okay? I'm gonna draw a figure for us and I'm gonna do the best I can to draw it, okay? Okay, so let's say we have a figure that looks like this. Now, if we were going to draw how it looks, let's say this is our eye here, okay? And you like that eye? Yeah, I do too. So let's say we're looking at it that way. What's going to be the shape? Well, the shape, looking at it that way, would be like, just going to make it smaller, okay? And I'm going to try to use the colors to kind of give you an idea of the shape. This is called the front view, okay? This is a front view. Now what if we, and I'm going to change the colors around here a little bit. What if we looked from this direction? Okay, what's it going to look like then? Well, it's going to look like we've got our block, our bottom block in blue, right? And then we're going to have our top block. So it's going to look like that. Let me draw it all in one color now. It would look something like that. Okay, what about if we looked at it from the opposite direction? Well, the opposite direction is going to look exactly like this one, okay? And if we looked at it from the back side is going to look like what? It's going to look like this way too, because this is going to be the front and the back view. And then these are side and side view, right? Now how about the top view? Let me use a different color here. What haven't I used yet? I haven't used red, have I? Okay, so let's say we're going to do a top view. Now that would be slightly different. And let me show you how. Okay, so we've got our blue block, right? Then we have our yellow block that's on the top. And then we have our other blue block. So this would be the top view. Does that make sense? So that would be that. Okay? This is what they're trying to get you to do, is they're trying to get you to see how shapes look from different directions. What would the bottom view look like if we were looking from the bottom? Well, it would look like the top, except one difference. It would all be blue, wouldn't it? Why is that? Because these are all blue blocks down here, aren't they? Yeah. So we wouldn't have that top view, although these two views are exactly the same. So when they show you on a test, the test is going to be in shades of gray, so it's going to just look the same. But the only reason why I drew the yellow block there is so that you understood where the yellow one was when we looked at it, okay? So the test is going to have it like this, and the test will have it like this. And then on the front and back view, the test will just have it look like this. This will be the way it is. It won't be different colors. I'm just showing you the color so that you can see where that cube is, okay? All right, the shapes get a lot more complex from here. I will do my best to draw them. So I'll do one and then we'll go from there, okay? All right. All right, well, this is the best kind of a shape I can draw. I'm going to change it slightly. I'm going to say this is the frontal view. Okay, this is the front. How does the front, what would the front view be? Let's draw out the front view. Okay, so I'll draw out I've got my green square, right? Okay, and then my blue square, I have two of those, don't I?
Yep.
So it would look something like this, right? For this one and this one, right? Okay. And then what? Well, if I'm just looking at the front, then I've got my yellow square up here on the top, right? And that would be looking at this side right here. Okay? So that would be the front view. That's it. What if I was looking at it from the other direction? What if I looked at it from this direction? Well, here again, we would have our green block, right? Then we would have our what? Well, we would have our two blue blocks that are like that. And then we would have the yellow block on top. Does that make sense? So that would be the view from the back. Let's call that the back view. Okay? So this is back. What would it look like from the top view? That means looking from above. All right. Well, let's see. We have I'm going to draw them. Here's our three green blocks, right? Then how many blue blocks would I see from above? I would see this one. Would I see any other ones? No, because the yellow one would be right here, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is my top view. What would the bottom view look like? Well, okay, so as you can see, the top view, we have the green blocks, and then we have one blue block, and then the yellow one that's above the blue one. That's how you'd see it. From the bottom, would there be any yellow block showing? No, but it would be the same shape. Does that make sense? All right, now, what do we have left? Well, we have the view from this direction. What would that look like? Well, we would have our three green blocks, right? Okay, then we would have our two blue blocks here, right? And then we would have our yellow block right here. Okay, that's from, let's say, side view 1. What would side view 2 from the other direction look like? Well, there again, we would have would we be able to see our green blocks? No. So what would we have? Well, we would have four blue blocks. Okay, then we'd have one green block sticking out there, and then the yellow block would be where? It would be in the middle, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So that's the way this works. It's not really hard. Go through your book. It'll help you. Keep looking. I love math.